guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel if you are not new here, and welcome to another day of Vlogmas. Before jumping any further into today's video, be sure to click that subscribe button. We are trying to reach 5,000 hopefully by the end of this year. We are getting really close, so I definitely think that it can happen, but I'm going to need your help. Today I wanted to walk you guys through my winter skincare routine. I have actually received so many requests for an updated skincare routine, which seriously just like makes my day because I have invested so much time, effort, and also money into my skin, and I do feel like my skin is at a really good place. 9 times out of 10, like if I'm not filming, I typically go without makeup. I should actually say if I'm not filming or producing, because obviously for that I do have to be on camera. But if I'm not doing any of those things, usually I'm just chilling without any makeup on, and I feel like my skin has just gotten to this really bright and clear point. It's looked better than it has like in quite a while, and a lot of you guys have noticed that as well. And so today we're going to be going through every single product that I have been using on my skin as of recently. I definitely do change up my skincare routine a little bit depending on the season. For reference, I am definitely combination to oily. I used to be way oilier than what I am now, but now I feel like I'm definitely just pretty combo. I get oily around my T-zone, but I'm pretty much normal everywhere else. In the winter time, I tend to actually get a little bit drier on my forehead, which I know is really random. And I would also say I'm not severely acne prone, but I'm definitely slightly on the acne prone side. So I like to look for products that are obviously going to help control the oils, make sure that I don't have any future breakouts, but also aren't going to completely like strip my skin of all its moisture. I'm going to be walking you through every single product that I use in both my morning and my nighttime skincare routine, so without further ado, let's just jump right into it. I know that everybody has their preferences on whether or not they like to actually wash their face in the morning, but for me, I think it's a necessity. So the first thing that I do for my morning skincare routine is I wash my face. Now I don't like to use anything super harsh because obviously like I don't have any makeup on that I'm trying to remove, but I want to make sure that I give my skin a really nice, gentle, yet effective cleanse. So for my daytime cleanser, I actually use the CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser. This is for normal to oily skin. What I love about this cleanser, one, it is incredibly affordable. Literally this giant container was probably $14. I also love this because it contains niacinamide, which is an ingredient that my skin absolutely loves, and it has really helped when it comes to acne prevention. I know that this brand has been blowing up because of Skincare by Hyram. I actually used to use this years ago, and then I just kind of switched to some like more higher end face washes. But recently I decided to kind of go back to my roots. You know, I really do like investing in treatments and serums, but I feel like for cleansers, it's something that can kind of go so quickly. So if you can find an affordable one that works for you, why not just go with that? Also, I'm going to have links to everything that I mentioned in the description box below. Some of them are affiliate links, so don't feel any pressure to use them, but just wanted to put that out there. So the next product that I use, I either use this both in the morning or at night, or I just use it at night depending on the day and depending how my skin is. But these are the Clearasil Gentle Prevention Daily Clean Pads. These are basically toner slash acne treatment pads with salicylic acid in them, which is a fantastic ingredient for acne prevention. I'm sure you guys have heard a billion things about that ingredient. I basically use this in lieu of a toner. I absolutely love this product. Again, a very affordable but effective skincare product. But I've noticed that these pads not only really help prevent any sort of breakouts or treat any breakouts that I have going on, but I've also noticed a drastic difference in my pore size. So if my skin is doing pretty good, I'll just use these at night. However, if I'm going through maybe like that time of the month, or my skin is just being a little bit more temperamental than usual, I will use a pad in both the morning and the nighttime. And then for my morning moisturizer, I go in with the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. Again, not a super exciting product, but one that has been around for forever and truly works. I love this gel moisturizer. For anybody who is combo to oily, I always recommend the gel moisturizer during the daytime. This one is super hydrating, but what I love about it is it dries down, so it looks beautiful under makeup and there's no slippage. It's incredibly gentle, super effective. It's fragrance free. Seriously, like, could not recommend this moisturizer enough. Again, this is something that I used to use for forever, and then I just got a little bored, but then I realized if it works, like, don't try and fix something that isn't broken. And that is all I do for my morning skincare routine. In the mornings, I feel like I used to go a lot more complicated, but I have found that for me and my skin and what it truly needs, I feel like simple is better in the mornings. Obviously, during the nighttime, we get a little bit more intricate. Speaking of that, let's dive into my nighttime skincare. First and foremost, if I have any makeup on, we need to remove that. I'm incredibly proud of myself because I have finally ditched the makeup removing wipes. It's probably almost been close to 5 months now. And if you guys don't know, there definitely is quite a bit of controversy surrounding makeup removing wipes. First of all, They're not as environmentally friendly, obviously, but there also is some talk that it can cause like premature wrinkles and skin damage, which makes total sense to me because obviously when you're rubbing your face with a wipe, you're like just dragging your skin and not being very gentle to it. But my issue was always the fact that no matter what makeup removing balm I tried, it always left my skin feeling, I don't even know if this is possible, but less clean than before I cleansed it. I would always feel this like strange film on my skin afterwards, and I also was not able to find a single makeup removing balm that didn't irritate my eyes. And my eyes are very sensitive. I'm very protective over my eyes because they're not great to begin with, as you can tell by these giant frames that I have on. But like I said, about 5 months ago, I was just like ready to fully commit. I was tired of doing the makeup removing wipes, and I just thought to myself, like, there's gotta be a decent makeup removing balm out there. And then I found this wonderful product. This is my 3rd container of this, and I am truly such an advocate for this product. This is the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. This stuff works so well. First of all, it's a really interesting kind of like whipped texture. You only need a little bit goes such a long way, and that's why I find that this container lasts me such a long time. It doesn't leave a film on my skin, and it doesn't irritate my eyes. The first time I used it, it did, but that was because I used way too much product on my skin. But ever since learning my lesson that time, it's never happened to me again. It has seriously never ever irritated my eyes. There's never that weird film over it. It doesn't make my eyes burn. It's such a gentle, but again, effective product. So it's just this light green color, and then it comes with a little spatula inside as well. It seriously smells like a straight up spa. Just like very fresh and clean, and maybe like with a little like lime or something. So then I'd like to go in with a cleanser. And like I said, in the morning I like to use a little bit of a gentle cleanser, but at night I go in with an exfoliant. However, the one that I use is gentle enough that you can use it every single day. If you use an exfoliant that's a lot harsher, you only want to use it like once or twice a week. But with this one right here, I have found 0 issues using it every single night. This is the Clean and Clear Watermelon Juicy Scrub. This stuff is oil free, and it's also a hydrating formula. So again, it's not going to strip your skin even though it's exfoliating it. It smells like a straight up watermelon Jolly Rancher, which gotta love that. The beads in the scrub are super fine. So like I said, I still get like that gentle exfoliation, and it's definitely helping to like smooth my skin, but it's gentle enough that I can use it every single day. After using that scrub, I go in with my Clearasil acne pads, again in lieu of a toner, but we already talked about that. And then I go in with some sort of mask. Now you guys know I typically like to use a face mask almost every single night. However, I'm obviously not using the same mask every single night. I just kind of listen to what my skin needs. If it needs a boost of hydration, I'll do like a 10-minute hydrating mask. If I need to do a chemical peel, I'll do that. If I need to do like a clay pore mask, I'll do that. So I obviously didn't want to like list off like the 8 different masks that I like rotate between. So instead what I wanted to do is I wanted to mention my top mask at the moment, the one that I feel is really making like the biggest difference. And that is the Youth to the People Yerba Mate Resurfacing Energy Facial. I bought this during the Sephora VIB sale, so I've had it for about a month now, and oh my gosh, this stuff is pure magic. It's literally just a 3-minute mask. I mean, how low maintenance can you get? It's so easy. And even though I've had it for like a month, I still have so much product in here. After using this, my skin just looks so bright and youthful. This has helped tremendously when it comes to eliminating previous acne scars that I've had for years. Basically, this and then the Drunk Elephant Sukari Baby Facial are like such the dream team. This little guy is an investment. It's not the cheapest mask out there, but it is so worth it. And like I said, a little bit goes a really long way, so I think this is going to last me months. And I do just want to say that like there are nights too where I feel like my skin really doesn't need a mask, but I would say truthfully like 5 out of 7 nights a week I'm doing some sort of mask on my face. That's just what works for my skin type. I know that some people, their skin is way too sensitive to do that, but that's why, like I said, I like to switch it up so that I'm not using the same treatment night after night. So after my mask, the next product that I'll go in with is my Curology Custom Formula. I have talked about Curology so many times, you guys are probably sick of it, but this guy is like the holy grail. This has been what has changed my skin the most. I've been on Curology for almost a year now, and I am so glad that I just decided to trust the process and stick with it, because to be completely honest, I started seeing results after the first 30 days, but every single month after that, the results just kept getting better, and I could not believe it. I'm not really gonna go into what my custom formula has in it, because obviously everybody's skin is different, and obviously, again, this is not sponsored, but I would highly recommend giving Curology a try, because this is is one of like the miracle products in my skincare routine. If you don't have something like a custom acne treatment, this is typically when you would go in with like your serum or something like that. Afterwards, while I let that sink in, it is time for some eye cream. Recently, I've been trying out the Pharmacy Cheer Up Brightening Eye Cream with vitamin C. I actually really like this stuff. I kind of had mixed reviews the first time I tried it, but the longer I stuck with it, the more I just ended up falling in love with it. This stuff is thick, so you don't want to use it in the morning. You don't want to use it underneath your makeup. I feel like your makeup would just look a mess if you did. However, for at night, it is so incredibly hydrating, and my under eyes have always been like the driest part on my face, which makes sense because the skin underneath your eyes is incredibly thin and delicate. I've just been absolutely loving this. I really want to try out the Youth to the People eye cream next, but for right now, this has been such a great product. Last, but certainly not least, it is time for a moisturizer. I told you guys, my nighttime skincare routine is really intense. We take it seriously around here. I have two different moisturizers I want to mention, again, depending on what my skin needs. So I would say about 4 nights out of the week, this is what I use. This is the Elta MD PM Therapy. This is a just fantastic, kind of like no-nonsense moisturizer that has niacinamide in it as well. I really love the way that this just feels on my skin. I feel like it absorbs so quickly. Like I said, it's really no nonsense. It's not scented. My Curology dermatologist suggested this to me. I purchased this off of Dermstore. It is a little bit on the pricier side. I think it's like $35, but to be completely honest, this little bottle will last me like 2 months, so to me it's definitely worth the investment. So I'll use that about 4 nights a week. But for the other 3, like I said, in the winter time, I do just always want to make sure that my skin is fully hydrated, because if it's dehydrated at all, that's when my skin is going to work to produce excess oil, and I'm going to just be looking like a full-on grease ball. So to get that extra hydration, I use the Ren Evercalm Overnight Recovery Balm, which I know rhymes, which is like so much fun. This stuff basically looks like Vaseline in a jar, but I promise you it doesn't feel like that. So what I do is I take a little bit of this, I warm it up between my fingers, I evenly disperse it across my face, and then I rub it in. It's this super interesting texture. At first putting it on, you'll think it's really heavy and greasy, but it melts in so quickly and it's really comfortable on the skin. And I find that like when I wake up after sleeping in this, my skin just looks again so bright and glowy, plump, hydrated. Everything you want your skin to look like. Again, this is like such a miracle product. If you are somebody with severely dry skin, I would honestly recommend using this as your nightly moisturizer rather than something a little bit less heavy. But for somebody like me who's combo to oily, using this 3 nights a week is definitely enough, and I feel like it really helps to just like keep an even balance of my skin. So I lied, I actually have one more product to mention. I wasn't sure if I wanted to mention it in today's video, but I realized technically it is skincare, so why not? You guys know my biggest pet peeve is when my lips are chapped. I cannot stand chapped lips. I mean, who can really? But living in New York City in the winter time, you need to be especially cautious to keep your lips nice and treated and protected. So when I go to bed, I want something thick. I want something that I literally just like pile on and let it sink into my lips at night, so I wake up in the morning and my lips are just as smooth as a baby's bottom. And I've just been loving this lip balm. This is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. First of all, the packaging, 10 out of 10. I feel like the ultimate cool girl when I'm using this. The scent is heavenly. It's this really lovely vanilla scent. It almost smells exactly like the By Beauty Agave Lip Mask. The formula of this is really thick, but it's not sticky or goopy, which is something that I really look for in a lip mask or like an overnight lip treatment. And a little bit goes a long way. So even though this is more expensive than your typical like drugstore lip balm, I really do think that it's worth the price. I've had this for like a month and it honestly looks like I barely made a dent in it, but 10 out of 10 would recommend. Again, this would be like a perfect stocking stuffer too. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my winter skincare routine. I really hope that you all did enjoy this video. I hope that you found it interesting. You took something from it. Maybe you're inspired to try out some of these products. And so if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and also click that subscribe button. We are trying to reach 5,000 by the end of this year. I really hope that we can do it. We're so close, but I'm going to need your help. Be sure to follow me on all of my other social media networks. The links are always in the down bar below. Subscribe to my podcast, check out my Amazon shop. I hope that you all are staying safe, happy, and healthy and having a wonderful holiday season. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow for yet another day of Vlogmas. Okay, bye guys.